Go fuck yourself! You shitpaws give chase, I will kill your dicks!
What in oblivion is that?
What do you say, guys? You can just hang outside in the sun all day tossing a ball around. Or you can sit at your computer and do something that matters.
No one intervened on behalf of...
Not offended yet? Ready for something a little racier? Something more disgusting? Maybe a little more shit-faced? We're the podcast your mama warned you about. Welcome to RDS Gaming After Dark.
Indeed.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of After Dark. We're 40 episodes in. So, we're continuing the trend of the normal people not being here and strange people being with us. This evening, I'm joined by Zero.
Hey, what's going on?
And Black Sun.
Thanks for the compliment. I do enjoy being strange.
Well, you definitely got that covered.
To say the least.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
Well, I'm not terrible. I mean, I get to enjoy the company to my friends, so could be far, far worse.
You mean like when you had to see my ugly face over the weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that. Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
I got you covered.
Fuck you, Black Sun.
No, not right now. I'm busy.
Starting it out right, I see.
Try to. Say all in all. It's, not too shabby. Haven't had to kill anyone yet.
So where's the fucked up? Come on. Bring the heat. Wow, really? That much heat? It's like fucking Alaska up in here.
Is it real cold there?
Yeah, because there was zero heat brought. Apparently, I need to fucking put some more fish in the bucket for these seals because they ain't clapping.
Did you just refer to me as a seal?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Want to make sure I didn't get confused and, say something real dumb.
I he'd take that right now.
I mean, yeah. But I'm not picky. I'd take just about anything at the moment. So, I guess I'm gonna try and keep this fuck wagon rolling and try and keep it rolling in a decent direction. Amazingly enough, I have discovered that people are in fact incapable of driving motor vehicles in this area.
Worse than
Yeah, no. I want to hear about this. Let's do this, man.
So I'm going to repair a vehicle today, because fuck my life. And as I'm cresting a hill, there is a firefighter standing in the middle of the road. So being the conscientious person I am, I drop down to the legal speed limit and then much, much slower as I get closer. And when I get far enough up to actually see over the crest, there is a single car accident. Some jackass managed to plow into a telephone pole. Not like you would think. Not like careened across the other lane and into the pole. Not from the lane I was traveling in and into the pole. No. He is 90 degrees from the fucking road in the side of the goddamn telephone pole.
Like, the side of his vehicle?
No,
hit the
no, the nose. The car is perpendicular to the roadway you travel on. A straight stretch of road. There is nary a curve. It is good pavement. There is no issues. And somehow, his vehicle has managed, with no driveway on the other side, mind you, somehow traveling either direction parallel to the road, he has managed to turn perpendicular and run the nose into the telephone pole. So it literally like made a lowercase j. His vehicle and the pole. I still can't figure out how it happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work out in my mind right now. And
No black marks, nothing on the road, I'm guessing.
No, and it's well, you couldn't tell it was all fresh pavement, but like it looks like you would have had to have tried. It was that perfect.
Stop, make a 90-degree turn, back up, and gun it. Gonna get that fucking telephone pole.
So I sit through this bullshit, and I finally get traffic the other side clear, and I start going. I get no more than 2 fucking miles down the goddamn road, and there is a car in the fucking ditch. Single vehicle accident, fucking sitting on 2 goddamn wheels. Seriously, motherfuckers, you had to have learned to drive the same way I did. How is this happening? How did you do this in your tiny shitbox? Like the whole front end of the car is just fucking beat the fuck. The fucking lower air dam bumper cover is fucking hanging off of it. Like one side is mashed in. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And this is like 15 minutes before school lets out, so it wasn't even fucking teenagers doing this shit.
Jesus.
I know, because of the 2 accidents, I got caught behind every fucking school bus going out that road.
So you got a couple extra stops along your way.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the state that I work in, yeah, they're fucking retards too.
I mean, that was just the shit icing on the cake, the shicing, if you will.
I like that. That's a nice new word there. I like that.
See, I didn't even have to deal with that on the 13 hours drive back. I mean, it was all. I mean, I had the typical idiots that are, going below the speed limit in the far left lane, and people passed them going 1 mile an hour faster in the middle lane, and all that normal bullshit. Nothing overly stupid like that, though.
Well, apparently, in one of my many long trips over the past couple weeks, apparently following a car that is doing just under 5 over for the past 4 miles as he paces a fucking semi, apparently this driver suddenly looked up in their rearview mirror, saw my car, and was so fucking startled they felt the need to barely accelerate and cut off a semi.
Yeah, that sounds like it makes perfect sense. Come on.
Like, they slid over with barely enough room to make it in front of that semi, and that dude was mad.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Jumps on the air horn, fucking screaming, throwing his hands up, and I just fucking punched it and got out of there. That dude got in the other lane and was trying as hard as he could to push that semi to get up beside that fucking Toyota. He failed miserably and ended up back behind him, but I was like, oh shit, I'm going to see something go down. He is going to run that motherfucker off the road, probably drag him out of the car and beat him half to death. Oh my God.
Right?
But it was just the suddenness. Like, they could have accelerated a little harder or a little longer. It's not like I was right on their bumper, or I had suddenly appeared out of nowhere, or I even drive a vehicle that looks like a cop car where it would be understandable. No. This dude just had to have looked up and been like, shit, a car.
Nice. Yeah, no. Getting run off the road by semis is not fun though. I have experienced that. And it's just because the person driving the semi was being, well, oblivious. And yeah, I passed them, got in the other lane, and suddenly they got a run of speed up and then got up beside me. And then I don't know if they thought I turned or something and just started coming right over. Luckily, there was 4 foot of gravel on the right side of me where I could, yeah, safely avoid being run over.
No, I've seen much worse. Well, I haven't seen much worse, but it is better to have been run off the road than not run off the road. So I had a friend get the passenger side door of a rental Focus peeled by the lug nuts on the front wheel of the semi.
Oh,
I bet.
shit! Now that's a bad day.
It was not the semi driver's fault in this case. There was they came into heavy rain, and a lady that was in front of the semi decided that the best thing to do in a sudden weather change was to slam on the brakes. So to avoid killing this lady, the semi is trying to stop with a trailer, doesn't have enough run out, and tries to cut over a little bit, and my buddy is unable to get over or do anything else, so he's pinned in. The semi's pinned in, but it's either mildly sideswipe this car or obliterate the fucking car in front of him.
Yeah, good choice, I'd say.
You know,
So yeah, he apparently peeled the passenger door of that Focus like it was a can of tuna.
holy shit.
Well, it is kind of a focus.
When
But
I
then
used
again,
to work on the road, like we did a lot of driving, and over the course of time there, we saw quite a few really fucking ugly accidents. But the one that I remember most was 3 semis that had caught on fire all together. That was spectacularly awful.
did
'Cause-
someone remember the marshmallows?
I don't know, but I do know that when 3 semis have caught on fire, it makes one hell of a fireball. Like, it was big, and we could see it from a very, very long way away. And there
So you
wasn't
knew it was
there
coming
wasn't no
before you
putting
got.
it out. Oh, fuck! Traffic was stopped for forever, like for a good half a mile before we got out. We were on a very, very heavily traveled interstate, but you could see the orange glow because it was probably 10:30 at night. We were headed to Baltimore was where we were headed at the time, and you could see the orange glow, and we're like, what in the fuck is that? And then when we finally got moving and got up there, we're like, oh shit, that's 3 semis that are all on fire. Holy shit.
That's because they didn't use lube. That's actually the mating dance of semis.
Oh, is that what that is? Damn, I should have got a picture of that shit.
Yeah, how do you think box trucks come to be?
There you go. So I'm surprised I didn't see something bad actually on the way there this past weekend. I got say one stretch in Georgia for like 5 miles. They're doing construction in the middle. They're building a new road in between, in the middle, nice new fancy, and it was on interstate. But then it was all stop and go, bumper to bumper, and I'm thinking, okay, there must be trucks coming in and out, dump trucks, whatever, coming. Nope. The whole way there, or whole way through the whole thing, not a single one. I don't know why the fuck people were stopping and going, but it was a giant mess. And there's many times about got ran in the back of. So yeah, Georgia drivers maybe not so much better.
No one anywhere is. Just depends on where you neighbor. Idiots are literally everywhere. If nothing else, take it away. It's a lesson to be careful on the road, everybody, because there's morons out there, and it doesn't take that much to get a license, and it sure as hell doesn't take much to keep a license.
Yeah,
That's
my
true.
brother's proof of that. And even when didn't have it, didn't stop him.
No, trust me, I had some guy in a beat up piece of shit fucking Cavalier with party plates on it with his like 7-year-old in the passenger seat revving at a stoplight next to me the other day,
Really?
and then peeled out so he could go the 300 feet to get in the other lane to go to Walmart.
Nice.
You know, when you
Explains
tell
it all.
me stories like that, I feel like I'm not that bad of a dad. Because never once have I felt the need to do that without the kids in the car, let alone with my kids in the car.
Yeah, I had one of those talk to Jesus moments where I was like, I really want to follow this guy in here and just beat his head off of the steering wheel until it's nothing but hamburger.
Yeah, I can see that. And yeah, and yeah, old piece of shit car. What? No, what's the point? I mean, I would do that, but say that I did it. I always did it by myself or without anyone else. Whenever I fucked around on the road, when I had say other vehicles that were say most cars and whatnot. Not didn't have any little kids. I mean, did it with say friends or whatever, but I maintained some semblance.
I don't know, just yeah, that was. I'm used to it with teenagers and everything else, and I usually just let that go, or I'll rev back at them and then take off like a grandpa as they scream in their mom's modified Camry.
That's always great.
And it's just wow, that blew my fucking mind. Like that is you're presenting a threat, and you've got fucking party plates on your car. How much more attention do you need?
What are party plates?
DUI plates.
Oh, never heard it referred to as that. Huh, that's awesome. Yeah, that dude's definitely a fucking retard.
They're definitely special.
Obviously.
See, none of that. Say, I'm actually waiting for shit to happen so far for starting the new month or whatever, new week, this and that. Last month wasn't bad, but there was things were just all sorts of fucked up and doing stupid shit. I'm waiting to see if it's gonna stay good now, or if it's gonna come back and turn into a giant mess again or not.
You mean with your school shit?
Yeah, I am. Because I was last month it was. I mean, it wasn't all bad, but it was still a giant mess, and it well, as you know, it made me want to hurt some people.
Remember, Black Sun, they do not appreciate it if you bring a firearm into a school. That is not okay, sir.
I know they told me that during the first week on orientation days. They said they didn't appreciate that. No pocket knives either. Like, all right, fine. That made me a little sad too.
God, they take all the fun out of school.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I know it's not Texas, but I mean, Texas at least they, maybe set up a shooting range out the backside of the
I was
school.
gonna say in Texas, I'm sure there's fucking shooting ranges at the school, and you are encouraged. Like, I can
Yeah.
remember being younger, and like there was kids that would bring broke down shotguns to school, like in their backpack. Like they wouldn't advertise it to anybody, but they were there because they were going over to their brothers to go hunting as soon as school was out. I remember that. And then I also remember when that all fucking changed.
Why not leave it broke down like in the vehicle, covered up? Why bring it in?
Because this was when we were in fucking middle school, dude.
Oh, so it was not driving age then.
No, no.
Okay, gotcha.
No. It was, I'm going to my brother's house on the bus after school.
Yep, nope, gotcha. So, I mean, I remember say that happened, say like high school and whatnot. I mean, people would do that, and they'd have them, whatnot to go after school in high school.
Oh yeah,
For that same reason.
I can still remember when people would drive around with shotguns or rifles in the back of their truck. Well, there's still people that do that, but not nearly as often.
In the old gun rack.
Oh yeah, like you're riding behind a truck and no, I don't want to fuck with that dude. He's got guns readily available to him.
All I ever got from one of my teachers, because he'd constantly leave shit in his truck and I have to go get it. He's like, just ignore everything. Because he had I think it was an F-250 with a topper on it. Both sides. Fucking, you couldn't see it unless you opened the back of the truck up. And it had glass and everything, but he had racks mounted below, just above the wheel wells. And he had fucking shotguns, rifles, the whole 9 yards in the back of his truck. He's like, just ignore that stuff. Don't worry about it.
Dude, he was ready for the zombie apocalypse. That's all. He was just a prepper ahead of time. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think, where I went to school, it wasn't really a big issue. Nobody really thought anything about it. But, if there was one person that I was like, yeah, they'd probably shoot up the school, it was him. And it's not like it was all my life, or I'm so edgy, or I'm so lonely. It's just because really, he's like, you're too goddamn dumb to live anymore.
I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Kind of. Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, he liked me, so I wasn't worried. Whatever.
It's just
I mean,
all those
come
other
on.
poor bastards.
You got to understand. My school was definitely very interesting. You had the lesbian teacher that got so many complaints, she had to transition to not being a gym teacher anymore. And then it was replaced by quite possibly the next most butch lesbian you could find in a tri-state area. You had a guidance counselor who his last year loudly and publicly proclaimed, I put a cooler of beer under my desk and I just want to see how fat I can get by the end of the year. You had multiple teachers marrying students. You had students that came back that were fucking, I don't know. They were probably phoenixes, is all I'm guessing, because there's no way you could get a degree to teach that fast.
Rise from the ashes.
There was some fucked up shit, and apparently it's only gotten worse. I've only heard some things, but yeah, I'm like, wow. I know that shit was bad when I was there. Time has not been kind, because some of the dumb motherfuckers I graduated with are teaching now.
Oh, that's just lovely. say, I mean, like with, well, say where I am, when some people, when done, like, but that's with the course I'm actually taking, they can get like one of the first on courses they could, if there's a spot, they could possibly teach there. Or say a lot of them, or I guess not a lot, but a few definitely all the time, or every few months, you'll get one that stays for lab instructors and whatnot. Basically, they got to know the same thing as teachers, or whatever. But yeah, which they do. I mean, they just completed the course, so yeah, it's fine and dandy. They don't have to do anything special beyond that, I guess. No special certificate required. Know the shit from the course that yeah you just finished.
Really?
Hmm.
No, he's
Yeah.
joshing you.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's like some of the one of the teachers or whatever. They're like, yeah, no, and I. He told of ones that are, I think it's and one that's coming up. He's like, yeah, no, them that they finished the course, and afterwards someone else was on the way out, and they took that position, and now they're teaching. They, like a month after they graduated.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. See, the whole lab instructor side of things is definitely more common, mostly because there's not a high turnover of teachers that I know of.
Well, I know these fuckers, and I know they should not be forming the next generation's minds. I mean, most of the teachers I had shouldn't have been either. You had the one that proclaimed the only reason he was a teacher was because he didn't want to get drafted for Vietnam. So he got a career track in college that made him a teacher. Because apparently that was something that would preclude you from being part of the selective service draft. And he was a really bad teacher, like really bad in a multitude of ways. Like, that is the poster child for what I don't want to be when I'm fucking 45 years old. If I am, God, please, one of you kill me.
Take you out to behind the woodshed and
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be quick. Like, even if you just use an axe handle, I'm cool with that.
just one way or another end it.
Yeah, really, I don't deserve to keep going at that point.
I will keep that in mind, sir.
So yeah, if you ever see me with a crowd of high schoolers, and I pull out my jacket because one of the kids is wearing the same jacket, and I'm like, hey, look, we got the same jacket. I'm cool, right? That's the point you know it's time to go. Like, either I have full-blown Alzheimer's and I just need to end it, or it's up to one of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't need that happen.
No. Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And the sad
God,
part
dude.
is, it wasn't another dude. It was a chick that was wearing the same jacket. Like, he sat down at the desk next to her, put the fucking jacket on in the classroom, and sat down at the desk next to her. That took up a good 10 minutes of a 50-minute class. Like, that's how little dedication this man had to the job. But thankfully, it wasn't anything important. It was just American history.
That's overrated and changing all the time anyway, so yeah.
The only bright side I had there was when I woke up for school in the morning, it was early enough. My dad was still home, so the news was on. So basically, I could have done fuck all in that class and still gotten an A because he did extra credit questions every day for current events, and I always got it right because it was on the fucking news that morning. Probably because he watched the same fucking news program, and that's where he got his questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would almost guarantee that, bud.
That's well.
So that made it pretty easy. I didn't have any issues with that. I mean, I was pretty lazy, I'll admit, but yeah, I had some dumb fucking teachers. I had some good teachers, but I had some creepy teachers too. There's some weird shit, man. That school was fucked up. No wonder I got issues.
I don't think it's just that school. I think it's most schools in general, especially around this area, really.
Did you have like 4 ways between teachers?
Did I? No. Did you?
Oh yeah, there was a whole crowd of teachers that were fucking each other, man. Like a whole little mini orgy going on. It was weird. Especially two of them. Like two of them. That's not like you can imagine your parents having sex before these people. Ugh.
That's real creepy, dude. That's real creepy.
And there was one which nobody liked. Well, some people did like the lady. She was honestly one of the sweetest people in the world looking back now. She was terrifying, though. And I mean, she was taller than you are, Zero.
Damn.
And had a fucking perm the whole 9 yards. And like, she was a little bit stern, but it was mostly just to keep everybody in line. But she was one of the sweetest fucking teachers in the world. And you had to get to know her to realize that. But like, she taught math, advanced math. And like, if you would get a formula right or some shit, like when there was the whole class participation parts in class, like she would be so excited that you got it right. And she kept a fucking giant drawer of candy. And she would be just so fucking happy and so impressed. She'd go get a piece of candy and she'd be like, that's a great job. You did really well on that. You deserve a piece of candy. Like just this genuine sweetness pouring out of her. And you're like 7 foot tall. You scare the shit out of me. But you're so nice. You could play in the WNBA, but you're so nice.
She was the one trying to influence the right way.
Yeah. Although for Racer, it may not have been the best call to just be throwing candy at him.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was a pretty common thing. But at that time, it was a hands-off teacher mode. So basically, you got to ask the same question every year. You can take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like 16 now. I'm pretty sure I got this under wraps. It's been 9 years. Thanks for the concern, though.
Got a little experience. I think I'm good. If it's real bad, I can't. You'll know it. And well, yeah, call someone.
Yeah, pretty fucked up time. I mean, that's teenage years for everybody. I don't care where you went to school, what you did. Shit's fucked up no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Like, I have a son that's a teenager now, and he's, starting his first year of high school, and, like, he's trying to navigate. Right now, he's doing really well. And Razor, Black Sun, you know me. I'm not one to brag on my fucking kids.
That's a lie.
What do you mean?
Remember, nearly eidetic memory. Continue with your story. That's a lie. Yes, you are.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Okay, well, I mean, he's doing real well right now, but like I see lots of trouble. But high school is a fucking shit show for everybody. I don't care who you are. High school's a fucking shit show. Like, and honestly, to the good teachers in high schools, I gotta give them all the credit in the fucking world. Like, they have a terrible fucking job. Like, they're dealing with how, from small schools to big schools, anywhere from 15 to 30 kids in a class that have about 100 billion hormones and don't want to do anything remotely constructive usually. Most of them. So, You know, I got to give some credit to the good teachers that actually try and care. Because holy fuck, I know I personally wouldn't want that job. Because I imagine after about the first week, I'd be like, "Listen here, you little motherfuckers! I am trying to turn." Whoa! Like it would just end up being a blur of words that didn't make any sense, and half of them would probably run away. Fuck that.
I mean, that's
Well-
why half my teachers drank and got high during class.
Yeah. I can think of at least 2 teachers right now that I know came to school shit-faced on the regular. And I'm almost positive I know another one that was always fucking high.
Well, ours didn't really hide it. I mean, the one dude had bottles of whiskey lining the little bookshelf under the blackboard.
See, my current ones don't. During, let's say, like my current one now, starting this week, definitely will, afterwards, and we'll definitely be feeling it. Well, that and the day after, and yeah, you can tell when it comes in. Sometimes a little sluggish, and actually, this past weekend he was, doing the same thing because before the Tuesday class, he was in a 4-day alcohol haze. He said he was having a rather good time, enjoying himself. The way it sounded.
Is this the same one that told you to shut the fuck up?
Yeah, he told me fuck you and then shut up. Yes, that's
Yeah,
the one.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like first day back in that class, and then within I'd say it's probably within a half an hour actually of being there, getting told, yeah, fuck you, shut up. You're a smartass also.
I mean, in his defense, you did deserve it.
Hey, I was right. He asked a question. I gave him the right answer.
Yeah, but just because the answer is one doesn't mean you have to use that finger.
Didn't specify. I didn't want to talk over other people. That's all there is to it.
So you raised your hand with that with the finger up,
Yeah.
correct?
Exactly. That's not a valid response, or what?
Not typically in that setting. You got to read your audience.
Oh, well, he did it laugh at the same time or afterwards. So I think it went over well with the important one.
That's good to know, man. Definitely good to know.
I was in the back. I mean, only like 3 other people seen it, and they just gave the dumbfounded look.
Already a negative sitting in the back, sir.
Man, I remember my freshman year, my English teacher, super nice lady, but pretty direct and to the point about shit. Very first day of class, we had several upperclassmen still taking freshman English. Very first day of class, she asked them point blank, "Well, are you gonna participate, or are you just gonna sleep in class this year?" And like one of them said they were gonna participate, and the other 3 or 4 said, "No, we're just gonna sleep." She goes, "All right, well, go ahead, just move to the back there, and that'll be your assigned seat." And they did, and sure enough, they fucking slept. But like this woman, she knew what was coming, and she moved them to the back so they wouldn't disturb the rest of the class. But that was because I think it was first or second period I had her, and I naturally, I'm not used to a teacher being that direct about. Most teachers tell you don't be sleeping in class, yada yada yada. Then you go to high school, and it's like, are you sleeping today, or are you going to participate?
That's like
Go ahead.
see, in mine, they're like, you know what, you got your laptops or whatever. I mean, I understand sometimes you need it for what we're doing, but if you're gonna be here and you're playing games, get your ass in the back so you're not distracting other people. But yeah, they do not listen to that. They'll be playing games or watching Twitch or whatever else, and then it's like, really, that's kind of fucking distracting, and I'm not even clearing the back. It's like, really, you guys are fucking assholes.
Just gotta tune them out, man. That's all. You just gotta tune them out.
I do for the most part, but when you got the flashing and the games going on, it's like every once in a while you still catch it, and they're still assholes. I don't care what you say. So go ahead and continue on with what you were saying, Zero.
Oh, I forgot. So.
Awesome.
That's what happens a lot. I get ready to say something and something catches my attention and then it's fucking gone.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, basically. Shiny is pretty distracting. Shiny and boobs. Everything's gone after that.
Well, if boobs coming, there's no more blood going to your brain, and it's a total shutdown.
Yeah, basically.
And it's just like, it's the same as round and white. It doesn't matter what kind they are. You want to see them all.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Zero, he doesn't play Pokemon. He plays, he goes for all the boobs. He's got to catch all of them.
I'm totally fine with that. I have no issues at all.
So what you're saying is when I'm done, I need to make a game where you can run around and catch boobs?
I would invest in that game, sir. Gladly.
Interesting.
There's going to be some fucked up shaped ones. There's going to be some punishment for you in there somewhere.
I'm fine with that. Now, Racer, why do you think this is interesting? Because when you say shit like that, that's when I start to worry.
Because we finally found something you're willing to spend money on.
I thought you were gonna hit me with some fucking deep psychological bullshit that was gonna fuck up my brain or something.
I mean, I could if you really want to.
No, not tonight. Catch me with that shit later and ruin my day. Not tonight.
You're probably pretty lucky. It may make you question boobs for the rest of your life.
Don't ever hit me with that, please. If you're my friend, you won't do that to me, sir.
I'm just saying, you did ask.
No,
It is after dark.
I just thought that's what you were gonna do to me, because you do have a tendency to do that.
I mean, it's pretty easy and stuff. It is dark. Actually, it's really fucking dark.
Yes.
Like how dark?
Make you question everything you've ever felt dark.
No, I don't want no part of that, homie. Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
True. Just remember, everybody. Remember, everything you've ever experienced, everything you've ever smelled, every flavor you've ever tasted, is all because your dad's penis was inside your mother.
And it all stems from that. That will make you question a lot of things.
Yep. Favorite food? Penis inside your mom.
Yep. We broke zero on that one.
Nah, not really.
Kind of like when showed up and we went to start last week's and a voice magically appeared through the wrong microphone. We broke him then too.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man.
That's okay. You weren't the first one that called me an asshole for it.
Yeah, pretty sure the one
Or
called you an
told me to
asshole
fuck-
before I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 15 minutes. It was a good weekend.
It's an okay weekend, I guess. Oh man.
Yeah, weekend was good in my opinion until after it ended.
Agreed.
I'm not going to go into any details. And anybody that listened to episode 40 of the regular podcast or just listen to this after dark. So I think I did a fairly decent job of faking it, trying to provide some energy. Anybody that noticed, I'm sorry. It's not my normal. I'm trying to hold on to every bit of acting training I had and everything else, or every bit of broadcast experience I've got. But I had planned on ending tonight with a serious note, anyways. So I'm just going to get into it a little bit early because honestly, I can't force myself to continue to fake it or bullshit or whatever. And for everybody out there listening, you do know me. At this point, anybody that goes back through the archive, if you listen to this and stop listening, perfectly understandable. You're a fucking idiot, but it has been a very trying week so far. And you can talk to anybody I know, hell, even conversing with my mother, and talks about how the shit that I've seen and the shit I've gone through in my life, that those are lessons that she hopes makes dealing with everything I'm dealing with right now easier. And it's kind of sad when one of your parents tells you that you look back on the roadmap of your life and the scars that you carry physically and mentally and emotionally, and they're like, well, yeah, you've seen some shit. Somebody that lived through race riots and wars and everything else, and they're telling you that you've seen some shit. And I'll be honest, it doesn't help. Not a single bit, not a single iota. We quote our channel because we reach out to everybody and we're a family, and I pride myself on making it real. So yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit the whole thing. It's been the worst couple of days of my life, and I can't imagine anything beginning to compare to it. And it's not even the worst for me, and that's the bad part. That's the really bad part, is it hurts other people more. I have been depressed, I've been sad, I've seen tons of things, and I would take it in a heartbeat right now. Like I the wildest of dreams, if I could rewrite history or time travel or change things. I've often said I would change my life, but I would give all that up to change that one thing. And it is awful and it's horrible and there is no good. And I don't know how you move past it. I don't know how you deal with it, and I try to reason things, and I can't even bring myself to try and place blame or do anything else to have that idea to force that to give me that bit that fire to focus on something. All I all I can say to anybody out there that listens, that anybody that's paying attention, that if you're a parent, go and hug your kids. If you're a child, tell your parents you love them. Call your friends, call the people you care about and let them know. Be open, be honest, take that risk. Our lives are so incredibly small and infinitesimal. Take 5 minutes. It makes all the difference in the world. Hug someone. As frustrating and as busy as our lives get, and as fast as everything moves, take 5 minutes. Appreciate what's around you. Understand that nothing is guaranteed, and everything can change in a heartbeat. And you can't go back and change it. You can't go back and get those moments. So live life to the fullest. Do everything you can. Appreciate the people around you. It's when it's too late, and nothing can fix that.
Yes, it is. We've all got reminded of that here this week.
Yep.
It's a hard thing to do, even say for some people, and even at times for me, it's not easy to do, even though it should be one of the easiest things to do, because you care for someone and they care back and all that. And on top, it's easy to take for granted.
That's that's what I've got to close After Dark with. I don't care what your beliefs are or anything else. No, I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. That one person that won't ever light up a room again, as short a time as there was, and as little as I was capable of doing, you taught me a reality of what love was that I don't think a lot of people will get. And I will always appreciate that. And I only hope that whatever is on the other side is as rich and as beautiful and as light as you deserve.